there's two locations where you can begin building your course site. The first would be your academic course site. That is the course shell that you'll teach from. It's the one where students have been preloaded, and that's where you will host your class from. These are created by the system automatically, and they typically will appear under your courses where it says the My Course widget roughly 2 to 3 weeks before the launch of the term. Now, if you're planning on designing your course before that time period or before your academic course shell has been created, you can come down here where it says create a development course, and you can actually create your course in this location and then import it into your academic course site once that's been released. The nice thing about that is that in future terms, you can go back and import from this location as well. It also just gives you a bit more lead time for creating your course. So either you would access, again, your academic course from the My Courses and follow these steps, or you can create your course here that you will develop from and then import later. So what I'm going to show you is how to create a development course that you'll import later. And I'm just going to name my course. I'm going to start with my name. And we'll say this is a Leadership 101 course. And I'm going to call it a master. And then I'm just going to click Save. So from here, you can see it's created my development course, and I'll click on the title. So here's what it comes across looking like. I have my course home, which will always bring me back to this dashboard. And then I have my content page where I will load my content for my course. And then there's the assignments, which is where the students will go to upload their assignments. The discussions, which is where students will go to engage in discussion, asynchronous discussion. Quizzes, which is where they would access their tests and quizzes. My class list, which will allow me to see the students who are enrolled in my class as well as be able to communicate with them. Grades, which is where I will access my grade book, but my students would access their individual grades. And then class progress, which will allow me to see the progress that the students are making throughout the content, but it will allow the student to see how they are progressing through the course. And then there's some additional course tools here that we'll talk a little bit about later. So now that I have my development course created, I'm going to go into my content. Now, if I had an academic course with my students loaded, I would go to this same location. So no matter where you started from, you're going to go to the same location. So you're going to go to content, and then you're going to go to table of contents. So what I want to do now is I want to import a shell structure that has been pre-designed for me. That's going to make building in Brightspace much easier, and then I can just modify it, which I'll show you how to do a little bit later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Table of Contents, click the drop down to the right, and from here it says I have the option to add object from LOR, the Learning Objective Repository. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And now I can search. So what I'm going to do is use the keyword template, and I'm going to search. So from here, it's produced 5 results. These would include a 14-week template. This is a template I would use if I was teaching in 14 weeks or 14 modules. A 5-week template, a 10-week template, a 7-module or 7-week template. And then the contingency template was designed for those who were picking up midterm to take a ground-based course in online. So if you're in URI Online, you're going to be picking 7-week. If you are teaching and outside of the URI Online programs, you're looking at either a 10-week summer, a 5-week summer, or a 14-week. So what we'll do here is we're going to go ahead and pick 14-week, and I'm just going to click Next. So this is very important. I do not want to copy the dynamic link. What I want to do is I just want to copy the components in as content. So I don't want them to be linked to any other content anywhere else in Brightspace. So I'm picking the last one and I'm going to click next. So from here, I have some options. I'm not going to select anything in these options. I don't want a parent module. I just want these to populate into my table of contents, and I don't want them to go anywhere else. So I'm just going to click copy. And you'll notice it'll give me a progress bar depending on my internet connection, my internet speed, and the traffic on Brightspace. This could take, it could be very quick or it could take quite a while. So you can definitely step away. You can close this and it will still be progressing through, but I'm going to keep it rolling for these purposes. And then once it's done, I'm going to get a status update that it has been done, and you'll notice it will automatically refresh. So now where my table of contents was, I now have 14 weeks set up here. So I have the start here, week 1, week 2, 3, 4, 5, all of those. And then if I click on the start here, you'll notice that I do have a populated start here tab. I also have a populated week 1 tab, week 2, and so on. So I'll show you how to modify these in a little bit, but that is how to create a course and import a template.